Welcome to the study room with me, Matthew Bentley, and the little fucking mongoloid cretin that is Frank Harris.
Afternoon.
Right, brilliant. Alright, so what I'm going to ask you today, Frank, is what are your aspirations in life? We're obviously coming to the end. Well, we're halfway through a year 13 career right now. And, you know, with people, a lot of people are visiting open days at unis and looking at apprenticeships and whatnot. That's me, sorry. What would you say was your aspiration after this shit?
Well, Matthew, to answer your question, you've
Right.
asked this question just at the right time because
Yeah.
up until a week ago, I was dead set on going to a
All right,
university.
Frank. This isn't the fucking Piers Morgan show. Just get on with your answer.
I wanted to study physics, and then I was made to feel shit at physics in a university interview. So then I thought, well, I'm a better drummer than I am a physicist, so just go and do drumming. Do what you enjoy.
So you're gonna? Are you in a band? No.
Nope, it's too big a draw of my time, and I've got my grade 8 exam coming up on drums, so I need to invest as much of my practice time
Right.
as
So
possible.
where I'm coming stuck is who's gonna pay you to drum?
Well, people who need session drummers.
Session drum. Right.
Session
Nice one.
drummers.
So what's a session drummer?
A session drummer is someone who can get called up by a musician saying, I've heard some of you work on other people's albums, I'd quite like to...
But
have
you
you
need
drum
to.
with me."
Okay. But you're not on an album just yet, are you? So where are you gonna start?
Well, I am going to an open day at this place that I'm thinking of going, and I'm going to ask them about the career prospects.
Of being a
This-
drummer,
Yeah,
right?
this is all going to get covered.
Well, cover it now for me. So
Well,
I've asked you the question.
this is all going to get covered when I go to the open day. I don't actually know
Oh,
all
right.
the ins and outs. All I know is that my drum teacher, he's made, a decent living for himself so far.
Yeah,
And
but
he's
he
only-
teaches.
What?
He teaches.
Yeah, but he's getting into different things. He's organising clinics. He might even be playing clinics within the next few years. We don't know.
What clinics?
Mhm.
What is he playing to people with STDs? What's going on there?
He's playing. Well, he's playing to people, but he's playing to
They
drummers
might
who
have
want to.
STDs.
They might have STDs.
You never know.
But a clinic is essentially where you go, where a drummer goes to play to people who also play drums, but probably not at professional capacity. And then after he plays for a little bit, or she plays for a bit, they'll answer any questions. Like, for instance, I went to see a drum clinic hosted by a guy called Benny Greb,
Right.
and he spent most of the time answering questions, and in total played about 25 minutes of drums. And it was
How long
absolutely
was he on stage
spectacular.
for?
About 2 hours.
20. So you listen to someone for an hour and 35 minutes just talk about playing the drums and then play the drums for
No,
25
but
minutes.
what you don't understand about this dude is he is amazing at explaining technical drums and talking about drumming psychology and drumming.
Drumming psychology.
Yeah, so why some people find it difficult to practice is like, well, first of all, you need to think about why you're practicing it. Why, he used an analogy of.
So it's not giving fucking therapy to a hi-hat or a snare.
No.
Right.
He used an analogy of going into a burning building to save someone.
That's a bit different to playing the fucking drums, Frank.
No, but
You
he
can't
said-
put yourself on the same pedestal as fucking firemen.
He said, well, just out of context, that sounds strange. Like, I probably wouldn't do that. But for instance, if you put someone like your son in that situation, I know I'd go in to save my son, he said, because he's got a little boy.
It's really a fireman's job, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but he said if you apply that to the drums, you need to know why you're practicing something so that you don't just feel like you're practicing.
So
for
his
no
son,
reason.
he loves his son on the same level he loves his drums.
I would imagine he loves his son a little bit more than he loves playing the drums, even though he does love playing the drums a lot. Your child's your blood.
I'm not getting this analogy. You'd run into a building. You'd run into a burning building to save your son. Play the drums.
Oh my god. It's about practice. It's about.
Practice running into a burning building in case you might need to save your son, and you'll get better at drums.
Now, do you even know what an analogy is?
I know what an analogy is. I'm just not getting this one.
Right. He's saying people find it difficult to practice because often they don't tell themselves why they're practicing. If you're practicing something, you might think, oh, I don't know why I'm practicing this, I'm just going to stop practicing. But the key to practice is to know why you're practicing, and then it gets easier because you know where you're going to end up. He also used an analogy of a map. On a map, to get to where you want to go, you need to know two things. A, you need to know where you're going, and B, you need to know where you are.
And you need to know how to read a map.
Given you know how to read
You
a
need
map,
to know how. You need to know three things.
But
You need to know if this map's up to date. The landscape and terrain can change over time, Frank.
Anyway, let's just move on.
All right, so your fucking professional capacity, you want to be a professional drummer. You play other instruments, though, don't you? Why not one of them?
Because I'm best at drums out of the instruments that I play.
All right, but surely there's much more demand for, say, a guitar player or a synthesizer or a synthesist, whatever it is.
I just don't have the passion for any other instrument as much as I do the drums.
Just bashing shit.
I think part of my skill for drums is natural, and the other component is that I started from a very early age and I've been playing for the best part of 14 or 15 years.
Right, Frank, man of many talents. One of them is he can hit shit with a stick.
2 sticks.
2 sticks, sorry. So you're on the same, in my head right now, you're on the same pedestal as a caveman. Yeah, and you can do physics. Why were you shit at physics?
Probably because I'm not very good at applying knowledge.
I can tell you that for a fucking fact. You're a very narrow-minded person, I've got to say.
Right.
You're not going to argue with me on that.
There's no point.
Frank, it's a fucking podcast, right?
P to the O to the D to the C to the A to the S to the T.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
That's just a little something I prepared while I was just at the toilet before I came here.
You prepared that?
I prepared.
You came into this room thinking, I hope the question Matthew asked me is he asked me to rap like Snoop Dogg.
No.
Why would you think I'd ask you to do that?
I just prepared it for when you first said podcast.
Right, so you came into this room knowing that if I dropped the word podcast at any point during a podcast, you would spell out the word podcast.
That's right.
Why?
It's fun.
It was confusing. I've lost my train of thought now. What the fuck were we on about before you turned into fucking white Buster Rhymes?
I can't remember. Maybe you should just start again.
Sorry, I've insulted Buster Rhymes. I apologise to Buster Rhymes if he's listening. Probably not. He's probably got better things to do than listen to this cretin talk. Right? Physics. We're on about physics. You stopped physics. And you didn't tell me why you stopped physics.
Right, okay.
I wanted to know why.
Well, after I was made to feel shit at physics...
I said...
Why am I shit at physics?
Yeah, and you said you were... And then you didn't argue with me on something, and I want you to argue with me because that's the whole fucking point in doing this.
I don't think I'm narrow-minded.
Yeah, you are narrow-minded.
I don't think I am, though.
You are.
No, in what way?
You're very, very slow to embrace other opinions that aren't your own.
No, I can embrace other opinions.
Right. What the fuck were we talking about Monday?
I don't know, mate.
You asked me, right, I don't know how we got onto this, but we got onto the topic of music, right?
Yeah.
I said, I've gotten into big on vinyl, right? You asked me what vinyl I had. I said I had a few Eminem ones.
Yeah.
You had a go at me because Eminem wasn't old school enough.
Well, vinyls were, they were made sort of in the 70s and 80s, weren't they?
Yeah, but they're being reproduced now.
Yeah, but just leave vinyl in the past. Go back and listen fondly to vinyl. Listen to the songs that are supposed to be played on vinyl. Things like Bohemian Rhapsody.
But if you take a modern song and put it on vinyl, that will give a newer generation an appreciation for vinyl.
No, it won't.
Why not?
Because vinyl, to get the true experience of what vinyl needs to be, of what vinyl was
Mate,
like.
it's listening to music.
Yeah, but to get the true appreciation for what vinyl was like, you need to take it back to the glory days. You need to have vinyl records that were made in the days of vinyl, because now techniques might have changed.
I don't think they have. My records still skip a bit, you know. And listen. I don't just have Eminem. I've got fucking like Illmatic, you know, Nas, NWA. That's 1987. That's pretty old school.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's only one song I would probably consider buying on vinyl that is semi-modern, or well, quite modern.
And what song's that?
Shades of Cool, Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's mass producing shit on vinyl all the time. She's pretty hipster, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just contradicted your entire argument there.
No, I just think the song would sound good on vinyl.
But Eminem wouldn't.
Probably not.
Have you listened to Eminem on vinyl?
No, but I can't imagine that listening to any of Eminem. Well, I've heard some Eminem songs.
Fucking hell, it's a fucking connoisseur.
And I've just rap songs in general. They're quite, techy, aren't they? They've got a lot of electronica.
Not that you're thinking of like new wave. I don't like 2010s. I don't listen to.
Well, hold on. New wave. New wave was around in
new wave
late
hip hop.
80s.
New wave hip hop.
Right. I always thought you were talking about new wave punk rock.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Frank. Why the fuck would I jump from hip hop to punk rock?
Because punk rock is better than hip hop.
Well, that's your opinion.
Yeah.
Which just proves that you are slow to embrace ideas that aren't your own.
No, I'm
yeah,
not
it
saying
does.
I'm not
You've
saying
You've just come forward and said punk rock is better than hip hop. You didn't say, in my opinion. You stated that as a fact, right? Contradicting my own opinion. That I'm a big hip hop.
But you don't have to specify whether something is your opinion if it's a subjective statement.
You do when you're having an argument like this right now, when you're trying to defend a point.
No, because as humans, we can hear the difference when someone's stating a fact and when.
In my opinion, Eminem sounds pretty good on vinyl.
Okay, in my opinion, I don't really have an opinion because I haven't heard him on vinyl.
Well, then your entire argument has just been debunked in that sentence.
Fine, let's move on.
Right. You're fucking long.
Halfway through this fucking podcast already, and we haven't really done anything.
Yeah, we've fucking argued. Mm-hmm. That's what we've done. Why do you want me to ask more questions about your penis?
Please don't.
Right. All right. You don't want to hear questions about your penis. You've just whinged because all we've done on this podcast is argue. And you were whinging after the podcast last week because you became embarrassed about what you said.
Let's talk about real life issues, because that seems to be what we've done for the past 2 weeks.
Real life issues. All right.
We're both going to a party in a few weeks, aren't we? So we can talk about what I play. Yes, we are.
Oh yeah. Ellie Cox, innit?
Don't name drop.
Frank Harris, Matthew Bentley. There we go.
Fine, whatever. Go on.
Right. So, what's your plan of action for that party? I don't see what there is to talk about, but go on.
I plan to go there and have a good time.
Have a good time.
Have a good time.
You're not gonna bring a fucking bottle of wine, are you?
To a pub? No, I'm not gonna bring a bottle.
Because I know you've brought a bottle of wine to a house party.
Yeah.
Why?
To drink.
To drink.
To drink the wine.
Yourself.
Yes.
It's a full bottle of wine, Frank.
Yeah.
You don't seem like you could hold your alcohol very well.
I can drink a full bottle of wine. I mean, I'd be pretty drunk, but...
You've drunk a full bottle of wine before? Mm-hmm. Would you choose it over lager or beer?
I don't really like the taste of beer.
Alright, so... You are, we're going to say most middle-class person I've ever met, but maybe not. You are incredibly middle class.
I'm not middle class.
You're pretty camp as well. You are pretty camp.
Alright, maybe.
Well, punk rock's better than hip hop. Yes, drinking a full bottle of wine, Frank. That's punk rock. That's punk rock.
Right, if it makes you feel any better, I'm getting quite into Guinness.
I'm getting quite. You said a working man's drink in such an upper class, up your own ass kind of way. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm getting into Guinness. What the fuck was that?
That was me just expressing how I'm trying, how I'm trying, new alcoholic beverages and trying to find what I like.
Oh, I nearly spat my drink out.
Yeah, we've actually got drinks this week. We didn't have before.
We've got, yeah. Cheers for letting the people know we've got water, Frank.
Because this show has zero budget, but we managed to get some drinks, didn't we? Well,
I did.
Yeah, and
I did. You've just come up and gone, you know what, Matty, could you tip some water into my bottle, and you fucking drank it all, and I'm hoping you're not going to ask for more as we're recording, you cheeky cunt.
Of course I'm not going to ask for
Right,
it.
and I'm hoping...
Can I have some more, please?
To be honest... Oh, for fuck's sake, you're like Oliver fucking Twist.
I'm just kidding. Please, sir, don't get too annoyed.
Don't call me sir.
Alright.
The only people that call me sir are my ex-girlfriends.
Okay, that's fine.
Ladies. Anyway, stop shaking your head. Right, ex-girl. Have you had a girlfriend before?
No.
Never had a girlfriend.
Nope.
Doesn't shock me. Does not shock me.
That's fine.
Yeah. All right.
Knew it wouldn't.
Well, are you sure? Have you considered like using your fucking music to kind of show off? Well, run with the theme of music to impress the ladies.
Well,
Maybe if you played the guitar a bit more. I don't know.
drums is a way more cool instrument than guitar.
Yeah, but guitar's sexier.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Guitar is a much sexier instrument.
Jesus Christ. I've seen female drummers and female guitarists, and female drummers are sexy on a whole different level.
Alright, but Ed Sheeran, he's an ugly fucking cunt. Right? There's no way around that. But, you know, a lot of women want to bang him.
It's just what... Only because he's famous.
No, because he puts a guitar in his hand and he's got a gorgeous voice and, you know, that's sexy. That's sexy.
Gorgeous voice.
Yeah, he's got a nice singing voice. Justin Bieber, he's a fucking tool, right?
I
Don't
dispute that.
Put a guitar in his hand, give him a nice singing voice. Fucking sexy.
He hasn't got
as
a
hell.
nice singing voice. It's
Well,
all processed. And he can't play the drums. People say he can. People say he can, but he can't.
And he can't play the drums.
Did you see him on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon? He was trying.
No,
to...
Frank, I have sex.
Fine.
Actually, no, I don't. Not recently.
That's fine. I'm not judging.
I'm still doing this fucking podcast. Right, so you don't like Justin Bieber because he doesn't... Just don't play with it. Stop it.
Sorry.
Right.
Don't play with what I was just wiping some spittle off the screen.
Right. What the fuck are you doing? Come away, it might pick up. Right. So you don't like Justin Bieber because he can't play the drums?
And he can't sing.
And he can't sing.
And he can barely play the guitar. And he's just a massive twat, isn't he?
Right, but you've got to admit there is some marketing appeal to him.
Well, yes.
You go. To be honest, if I had that kind of fucking marketability, I'd exploit it for all it's worth.
Who wouldn't?
So you're angry at him because he's doing what you would but can't.
No, because that's just being butthurt. I'm not butthurt. I wouldn't want
you
to be.
sound pretty
I wouldn't want to be like him.
I like how you alternate between like fucking colloquial modern terms and then fucking old speaky English. Sure, like I'd expect you to say, "I'm not bitter."
That's a personality quirk.
I'm not bitter. I'm butthurt. I'm butthurt.
Look, just
and you
that-
are
just-
pretty
just-
butthurt or
I am.
bitter.
I am what I am.
I have no excuse.
Do you find it strange that I prefer Shirley Bassey's rendition of "Get the Party Started" to Pink's rendition to?
Where the fuck did that come from?
That's the same question you asked last week when I said I'm insecure about the size of my penis.
Yeah, but do you want to know why, Frank? I keep asking where the fuck does that come from?
Because you feel like you quantum leap between different conversations, don't you? That's what you said last week.
You're just stealing my fucking catchphrases. You're just stealing my shit now. Right, so... the reason why I feel like I'm quantum leaping between conversations, and because we were just talking about the markability of Justin Bieber, and you bring in Shirley Bassey and Pink.
Yes, because we were just singing "I Am What I Am," and that's a song that's similar to something that Shirley Bassey would sing, isn't it?
But she don't sing it.
No.
So...
Just you singing "I Am What I Am" made me think of Shirley Bassey, and when I think of Shirley Bassey, I either think Goldfinger, or
give you a Goldfinger, you prick.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but it's wound you up. Now we'll keep this going.
This has been zero substance.
I blame you. I blame you.
Jesus Christ.
I blame you. I think you're very narrow-minded. Fine, I'm not going to argue with you on that, Matthew. Well, no, fucking argue with me, because that's... we can't just sit here in awkward silence for 20 minutes.
You do realise the timer is still rolling. We don't want to go back to things that we've already covered. We want to keep moving on to new things. Keep the audience guessing.
Keep the audience. Alright, I'll ask you another question then. So, never had a girlfriend, never thought about exploiting your music to get that kind of thing.
Well, I'll sometimes show off, but, it doesn't really
But you
get
just
anywhere.
come across as arrogant.
No, because I don't make it obvious that I'm showing off. I don't feel like I have to make it obvious that I'm showing off. Because I'm in a high school, and, talent on the drums is quite rare.
Oh, you're special now, are you, Frank?
No.
You're not like other guys. Right. Alright, what would you... Say something to potential girlfriends now. Right, anyone who's listening who thinks, you know what, this Frank Harris guy, he seems sensitive. He seems passionate. It seems like he'd hold me at night.
Yeah, I refuse to answer this, because there will be zero people thinking that. Because you've just over the past few weeks you've made me sound like an absolute punk. Right?
Punk. What the fuck?
You've made me sound like a twat. To be honest, you've ground down my sense of self-worth over these past few weeks, and I would really appreciate it if you stopped doing that. Wanker.
Right. No. Let's say look. We don't know how many people are going to be listening to this yet. We don't know what kind of audience it's going to draw in. A fucking small one, I hope. Although that second episode, I hope it brings in a large one. But, right, so, listening, this guy's passionate. This guy comes across as sensitive. It seems like he'd cuddle me rather than just having sex. It seems like he'd kiss me like he loves me. It seems he'd play with my hair and let me go to sleep on top of him. He'd buy me flowers. Right, let's do some roleplay, actually. You pretend I'm a girl.
No.
Right?
No.
And we're in a bar.
I refuse.
I'm chatting you up.
I refuse.
Do it.
Fine.
Right. You've got to make first move.
Wait, so you've already been flirting with me?
No, we'll say you're making the first move here.
Right.
Alright. So I'm sat at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Cocktail dress on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice big tits.
Okay.
Short skirt.
Okay.
Short dress. Blonde. Big rosy red lips.
Oh, for God's sake.
Right.
Let's just... the aesthetics aren't really important in this situation. The whole point of this is that you see how I would approach this situation.
Right. Fucking hell, Frank. We ain't got all day.
And I have all night in this situation, so... Have you got the general idea now?
You wouldn't do anything.
No.
You just wouldn't.
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Frank. You wouldn't go. Right, alright, we'll swap. You're this fucking gorgeous woman, right? I'm you. Right, in fact, yeah, I'm gonna be you in this roleplay.
Okay, fine.
Alright. Hello, miss. Hello.
Fuck off.
My name is Francis. I don't suppose I can interest you in a glass of wine?
That's me smashing the bottle and me cutting you with it. That's what would happen.
Well, in fucking Glasgow, maybe, but...
Don't badmouth parts of the country.
Why not?
Because there might be people from Glasgow listening.
I doubt that. People from Glasgow and don't listen to podcasts, Franks, they fucking do ket and finger them all.
What?
Or cousin.
What?
Probably both.
Fucking hell.
Right. Well, this has been the study room with me and Frank Harris. We'll see if we'll bother next week, because fuck me, Frank's made it come across like he isn't. So yeah, this has been the study room. We're now signing off.